Hello everyone, this is Vinay. Welcome to my channel Learn Coding with Vinay and playlist ASP.NET Core MVC. In previous video, which is video number 7, we worked on employee create screen and saved employee plus project data into database. And in this video, which is video number 8, we will work on edit employee screen. Right. So let's start with it. Let me close this. Let's go to Visual Studio. First thing first we need to do is, with for edit we need id, right? And we'll be using the same view model. So what we'll be doing, we'll be just adding one more property over here, id. So we'll just name this as id, and by default we will mark it as 0. So in case of create employee it will be 0. In case of edit employee, whatever record is selected, that id should come, right? So first thing is in place. Let's go to controller now and let's work on UI. So we'll be using the same create view UI, but with a different screen. We'll create the dedicated edit screen for employee. So let me go to employee controller. Let me just remove these debuggers and let me edit. Let's say right click and add edit view. This time we'll create the blank empty view, right? Because we will be copy pasting existing create view. Let's give it the name edit and add. Okay, so we have the edit view. Let's open the create view and copy paste the entire code with few changes. So let me control A, control C, go to edit view, control A, control V. Let's make this edit. Let's add a hidden ID variable over here. So let me bring that code and copy paste it. So ID will be hidden and the remaining form will be, as it is, with one more change over here, that for an existing employee there will be some project IDs already in, right? So based on that, if employee has a project already associated with, we need to display those checkbox checked over here. So that is the one line change we'll have to add over here. So let me add that, and that would be this: if model.project ID contains this guy particular, this whatever loop is making on, right, then we will to mark is checked, otherwise we'll have to mark it unchecked. And so let me align a little bit. And so what we are doing over here, again, if we are making a loop of available project to display it on the screen as checkboxes, and if from the available projects, IDs are matching with the project IDs of existing employees projects, then we need to mark this as check, otherwise we don't need to mark it as checked, right? So these are two few changes we needed to do. Let me save this, and I hope rest everything is okay. And now on a view perspective we are good. Let me close this. Let me yeah, control. Let's go to controller now and let's work on the edit part, right? So here once we land on the edit, employee details should be displayed, right? So for that, I think we already have created the employee by get by id method. Sorry. So let's go to employee service. Okay, so we have get employee by id over here already, right? So we will be calling it over here, and we have done it before, for the details screen, right? So let me take this. Here we have the VM, and the same thing we'll put it down over here. And let's save it. Okay, and from the existing project IDs, we need to do VM dot project, let me say, let me write vm dot project ids. It does not contain. Okay, let me see, what do we have? We have actually in the create vm, what do we have? Yeah, project ids only. It's the same thing. Okay, let me check one more time. Yeah, so actually detail method is giving us the details VM, right? So we'll have to convert the details VM into employee edit VM, right? So what we are supposed to do, let me write over here, let's say employee create VM, create VM is equal to new employee VM, and let's take all the respective properties, create vm dot id is equal to, let's say, id coming from above, then create vm dot name is equal to vm dot name, right? So similar way, let me assign all these properties in the background and come back. Yeah, so while working on this assignment, I realized that we don't have department id and designation id in the detail vm, so we'll have to modify that also accordingly. So let me mark this designation id and let me copy this as designation id over here, right? And let's go to the employee details vm. We are already bringing the ids, but we are not, since we have not taken the id as a property, so we don't have them, right? So let me add this id, let me mark this as integer, let me mark this as integer, and let me also show you the department get employee by id procedure that gives us the department details, sorry, employee details. So here we are bringing the department id and designation id, but since we didn't have it as a part of properties, uh, as a part of vm property, we don't have it. Now we should have it. So this is good. Let me close this. Now this is good. So let me know what else is missing over here. We took these okay, salary, joining date, and yeah, I think birth date is also missing from here. Okay, so let's put down, let me complete all this again. So let's see if we have everything or not. So we have id, name, these, gender, address, executive department, this is good. Okay, so one more thing we should do it over here is, let's have, not over here, sorry, in the id one, over here after this e dot, I think we are missing the birth date also, right? So let's have that. Say, okay, it has to be create or alter. Good, let's taste it once. Now okay, so we have birth date also. Good, right? Let's go back to our assignment code. So we have every property listed over here, which is good. Now we will pass this create vm over here, because that's what is needed for the view. And we also need to pass this guy, available properties, right? So let let me copy this, actually let me copy this, and this is good. This is all project, this is the drop downs we'll be using, and this is something, this would be create a vm dot available project is equal to projects dot to list. This is how it should be. So these are existing projects actually, right? Let me say semicolon, right? And let me take these actually at the end, right? So this is good. Now this is good. Let's run it and test it once. Let's go to employees. Let's go to any edit record. Let's see. Okay, so few values are being displayed. Address is missing. Okay, let me see why it is missing. This drop down, good, good, this good, and these are not selected. Okay, okay. Let's see. Go back and let's see what do we have for this guy in details for the first one, right? So ideally, these two projects should have been selected. Let's go back. Let's go to edit again. And why address is missing? Remaining thing should be okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and investigate this. Let me close this. So let's go to controller over here and let's see if we have used the address. Yeah, we have used the address. This is good. This is good by employee ID. Let me see if we are bringing address from here. For some reason address is missing. Right. I have missed couple of columns. Right. So let me just go ahead and run this. Excellent. Let's go ahead and run this guy now. Now we have the address also, right? So this will be mapped. Now this will be displayed. Now the other thing we were missing was the list of project IDs. So we have written code for existing project IDs, available project IDs, but not written code for the existing projects. So we are retrying projects over here already, right? But we missed to have create to VM dot project mm, project IDs is equal to, we would say, projects dot project dot select, and yeah, let's say PID dot to list. Right, so this will have IDs now. So I hope, let me just quickly check if we are good at this moment. And let me also remove this. Instead of this guy, we need employee create VM. We'll just give it a name VM, and let me put down a debugger over here. So we'll submit the data also, and we'll see what is actually getting submitted. Let me quickly review this one. This looks good. This looks good. This looks good now. Okay, let's run it. Let's go to employees. Let's go to edit first record. And now we can see the values are populated. Okay, excellent. But somehow this is coming everything. No, this is not right. This is something not right. So let's fix this. Otherwise, this is good. Let's do one more thing. Let's remove this one guy and let's remove this communities. Okay, let me make this part time. Instead of developer, let me make this manager. This one, let me make this. Let me mark inactive and let's create. And let's see if on submit, we are getting the changed value or not. I hope I had the debugger. Yeah, okay, we have it. Okay. Uh, I think I realized the problem. What's wrong over here was the in the edit view we might have the post method as create only. Right, so let me go ahead and check this on edit. Yeah, so this is the problem. So this has to be edit, control S, right? Now let's see why everything is selected, as model the product IDs contains. Okay, this guy, then yeah, if it is checked, otherwise it is not. This looks okay only. Now what is the problem? Let's see on the controller side. What do we have it in project IDs? So let me put a debugger over here also. Let's run it again. Let's go to employees. Let's go to first details of this guy, because we might have, I fear we might have messed up this record. No, it is not. So let's go to edit. Okay, so let's see. So this is, so this we have, oh, I think this is what mistake we did. We are bringing all projects rather than bringing the projects of that particular employee only. So we should not use this method actually. We should have it somewhere in the this VM itself. Let's see if we have it. So here in the project, sorry, employee details, we are retrieving the projects of that particular employee also. So ideally, we should be looking at here, this one, yeah, this guy. So instead of looking at all project, okay. So let me close this. The mistake we did was, we even don't require this. What we need to do is, VM dot. Oh no, let me keep this actually. This is required for the all project, right? But for the project IDs, we need to do something like this, not over here. Let's make it over here. And this would be create VM dot project IDs dot select. Why do we have problem over here? Dot, do we have value? Now what is this? List of integer. Okay, straight it's a list of integers, so we don't need this project IDs. Right, so this is good now. Now let me see if we have debugger over here. Yeah. So let's run this and see again. Let's go to employees. Let's go to edit of this first employee. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, so this is again, we are displaying all projects, but the checkbox is not coming up for these project IDs. So let me come over here. What do we have in this guy? Project IDs. Let's say refresh. Yeah, so let's say F10. What do we have? Oh, okay. My bad again. This has to be VM dot project IDs, not. So let me. This has to be VM, and I don't think we will have project IDs over there. Yeah. So it will be VM dot. Let me just go ahead and check what do we have it on details. Employee details VM. So we have projects over here, right? So what do we need to do actually? So this would be project, not double dot actually. This will be projects dot select and then around ep dot id dot to list. This is what we are supposed to do. Okay, yeah, let's see, run again. Okay, okay, so just give me a moment, guys. Okay, So I am into the employee service now. Data is correctly getting posted on edit post method, right? And next thing we need to do is to, in case of edit, we will have to delete the existing employee project mapping and re-enter the new one, right? So we what I have done, I created the store procedure, this one, right? That will delete the existing employee projects of an employee, and we need to call it over here in the service class only in case of edit. In case of create, we don't want to add it, because in case of create there won't be any existing mapping between employee and project, right? So let's go ahead. So what we'll be doing, we'll just copy paste this guy, replace the store procedure name and replace the employee id parameter. Employee id, yeah, employee id is equal to, we don't need this. Employee id is equal to, I would say, vm dot id, right? So this way we will be removing the existing employee project mapping first, and then we'll re-enter it. Now this looks good. Let's go ahead and run this. Or let me, now this is the service code. At the same time, we'll have to put it down into this employee edit post method also. So what we will be doing, just give me a moment. So we'll replicate it from the create post only. Let me take this all, or let me take the entire this try catch up to here, and we'll put it down over here. As if model state is invalid, we are retrieving all this thing. And if id is equal to, if it is valid, then we are just inserting the, updating the employee. What is the problem over here? Yeah, we have it one as an input, so I'll make it id capital. So this is good. And let me also, retrieve this guy also. We'll have to put down this code also in actually invalid state over here, right? Then only it will work. Okay, so in case of error, we are sending it to the, let me make this VM1. We are sending it to the screen with the available values. And let me make this one VM1. All right. Ideally, we don't need this. Up to this guy, we don't need this. Yeah, we just need this one. Uh, and here we will have VM1 dot projects as projects, and then we will be sending it VM1. And in case of model state is valid, we will be saving it. So let's go ahead and run this now. Oh, this is irrelevant. Let's remove this. Employees. Let's go to edit this guy. Okay, so we have correct project selected. We have everything looks good. Let's save this. Let this be this. Let this be this. Let me make this female Karnataka. Let me add the, I have which KR only. Part time. Let me make changes over here also. Now, birth date instead of 9/10, we are just making it 11. Joining date. Oh, let me make joining date as today's date. Oh no, that's okay. Joining date was okay. Instead of 4/15, we'll say 16. And instead of human resource, let me make it IT, and let me make it manager. And let me remove these first two, and let me add these two guy. Now let's say create. So we have landed into the edit post method. Let's see if everything is getting posted. This is good, this is good, this is good. Part-time female, okay, this is good. ID 1 is actually true. Okay, number is changed, name is changed. Let me see the project IDs. Okay, that is also working nicely. So let's see, model state is valid. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, it seems to be a success. Let's go ahead and okay, now we see only Rahul S. Sharma. I think something is not right over here. Let's see again. Go to details and see. Okay, so we see Rahul Sharma and okay, we don't see project assigned. Okay, so something is not right into the uh, service method, right? So let's go ahead and debug it, right? Because of some error, it is not getting changed. So let me make this again. Make these changes. Let me make this female. Let me add the KR flag. Let's change this to this. I'm trying to keep the same existing data so we get the error. So instead of this I'll take 11, instead of this I'll take 16. Human resource, I'll say IT, I'll say manager, and I think this was the problem. So yeah, so let's say create. So let's say was what is getting submitted first. Project IDs are, we have two project IDs, grade 3 and 4. What do we have as an employee ID? What do we have as employee ID? We have employee ID as 1. Okay, let's say a 5. On the service, we are on the service method. Let's say what do we have it over here? We have ID as 1. Okay, excellent. Okay, F10. Let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Okay, so this is good. Now ovm.id is not equal to 0. Okay, delete employee ID. Employee ID is equal to vm.id. Yeah, what's the problem over here? I think this also went good. Project IDs. Let's say what do we have? 2. Okay, okay, 2. This is good. Okay, commit, return employee ID which is 9. Oh, so it is actually inserting a record, I guess. I guess so. Yeah, because this ID 0 was the problem. Yeah, I think I got this. Hard coded ID 0 is the problem. Now, so we have Rahul SSSSS. Okay, multiple record. Got it. Okay, no worries. We'll be working on delete functionality where we'll be deleting this. Okay, so let me correct the code. So, what was the problem in the employee service? This is supposed to be vm.id. Right. Now, let's run it and see. Let's go to employees. Let's go to editing the first record. Let me make it Rahul K Sharma. Right, Rahul K. And let's change this to 2. Let this be this guy. Let me mark this as Surat, Guj, India. Let me mark this part time. Change the salary to 45,000. Let this be this be this. Not worry. IT. Let me make it manager. And let me assign first 2. Let's say create. So let me say F5 this time. I'm not going to debug this time. So we have error on available projects. Okay, what is the error in available projects? I think, why are we even getting this? Okay, so let me check. After saving, what we are doing, we are sending it to the index method. Yeah, so let's say F5 and let's see, let's do it again. Okay, in the available project. I think the duplicate data that what is creating the problem. Let me go ahead and delete this from employee, and even let's clean up the data. Start from employee. Let's run it. Is it employees? Yeah, okay. Excellent. And let's say select star from employee projects. Let me run these both. Right. So for ID 1, we don't have anything. Right. Okay. So 7. From 7 actually we don't need 7. Okay. So let me delete data, delete from where ID is greater than 6. ID, not ID actually, employee ID. ID is greater than 6. So we'll have clean data. Alright, okay. And from here, let me also delete from employee where ID is greater than 6. So let me delete this guy also. Right, and for this guy, let me make one quick entry. Insert into, we need to put down uh, one record for employee project. So we'll just say values 1 comma 1, let's say. Okay, now let me remove this delete statement. Let's go ahead and run the project again. Let me stop this. Let's go to employees, edit this first guy. First, let's see in the details what do we have, whether the data looks good. So we have one project in. Let's edit it, and let me mark this 3. Let me make this change only few values. Let me make male is okay. KR, change the salary to this. Let be other, let's say create. Let me say F5. Let me say F5. Okay, so we still have the error. I think something is not right over here. Let me investigate. Okay, so I think I got it. It is giving me error while executing this store procedure. So on update, actually, I had an issue with the table name. It should be employees rather than employee. So in this video, I guess I have made a lot of silly mistakes, right? But that's a learning point for all of us. Let me. Okay, so this is good. Let's go ahead and run this project again. Let's go to employees, edit. Hope finger crossed this time it should work. Now I'm not changing many values now, only fews. I'll change only few values, and I'll make these 3. Let's say create. Let's say F5. Let me debug. F10. Let's debug one by one. So this is good. Over here it was failing. Now this is good. This seems also good. So this will run up to 3 times. 1, 2, because we have selected 3 project IDs. 3. Okay. This is good. This is good. Good. And now let's say F5. So now finally it worked, right? So it's Rahul K. Sharma. Let's go ahead and see the project details. Now we have 3 projects over here. The other values are also changed, 78,000, Department and designation. Okay, what's wrong with these two guy? Let's say back to list, right? Let's just rerun it and see what is happening on edit. Let's say edit team lead, we have sales. Okay, let me make it to human resource and let me make it to developer. Let's say create. Let's see what values we are getting for department ID and designation ID. 1 1. Okay, why actually 1 1? Let's see what do we have it on screen. So you have designation ID. This is good. You have department ID. That is also good. I think I have identified the problem over here, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, okay. So every time it is just the first record one. So what do we need to do? While we display this record, we will have to assign its value, the selected value. Right. So that is missing. So let me stop this and let's say the selected value of this guy would be vm dot department id, and this would be vm dot designation id, right? And we need to do the same thing over here as well. That is something we missed. So over here it is vm1. Excellent. Let's, okay, it's not, it's id, right? So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so I have figured out what is the problem, why we don't see the department and designation over here. Because our store procedure has name, department name, and designation name, and in our VM actually we have department and designation only. Let me go to detail VM. Let's go to employee detail VM. There we have department and designation only. So let's go to store procedure and change this as department and change this as designation. Oh no, not here. My bad. I think it's pretty bad day for me. I think I'm making a lot of mistakes. So let me make this change and let me make this change. Let's go ahead and run this. Invalid designation name as designation 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 name. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay, this is good. Let's go ahead and run the SP and see if it is coming good. Okay, this is good now. Let's just go ahead and refresh this page. I don't I don't have debugger over here somewhere. Okay, this is good. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. Right, so we have the desired data in. Let me go back to list and now let's edit. Okay, so I think this is coming good. Now it's sales, it's team, projects are 3. Let me go back to list. So it was the issue with the details page, not the edit screen. So our edit is working fine. Let's go back and let's edit this one more record details. Let's edit this serial marker active. Let it be full time. Let this salary be something like this, senior developer. Let me make him team lead and let's assign few, this time more project, 4 project. Let me mark this. Let's say create. uh, let me just say F5 from here. So it has run now. We marked Hiral as active employee. We, I think, change, yeah, the designation also. Let's go to details. And if we see all those projects, excellent. So we see all this project, we see all these employee details as well. So now edit screen is working very nicely. Right. So thanks a lot for this video, and I am extremely sorry, because of my silly mistakes. I think the length of the video has become a little longer, and but I think we can all take this as a learning curve, that copy pasting and all those things, how it can result in errors and time consuming. So again, I'm sorry, but I hope this will also help you to learn a few things, right? So if you are enjoying this series, keep up to keep up. We'll see you in the next video. In the next video, we'll work on the final piece, which is delete employee. We will be deleting the employee, not a physical delete but logical delete example. So thanks a lot and stay tuned.